If you've ever flown JetBlue or a select other few airlines into Orlando recently, you may have flown in to Terminal C. If you've flown into Terminal C before, you may be just as confused as I am as to why Orlando built this new terminal and why it was built the way it was and why it is so darn massive. So I recently flew into Terminal C at the time that I'm recording this, about a month ago. And I was really curious about this because I had never flown any airline but Southwest, and I flew JetBlue into Orlando and landed in Terminal C and was very confused. So I did some research into what Orlando's Terminal C is, why it was built the way it was, and my theory for their future plans. So in this video, I'm going to talk about what is Terminal C and what my theory for the future of MCO and Terminal C is. So, to start with, what is Terminal C? Terminal C is a massive 15-gate terminal at Orlando's MCO airport, and it is located miles away from Terminals A and B. It is the same runway space. When I was taking off leaving Orlando, we were taking off after a Southwest plane, but it was a solid 5 minutes further to drop off our rental car to go to Terminal C. So, just to hammer in to you guys how far away this new terminal is from the rest of MCO, it had its own rental car garage, its own security gates, its own baggage claims, and its own pickup and drop-off area. Just to explain some of the photos that are on the screen, the one right up here is the security gates. If you've flown into Terminals A and B in Orlando before, you know what those security gates look like. They're really hectic. This did not look like that. We were through in about 5 minutes with TSA pre. Somewhere over here is the baggage claim. Again, Orlando has a very, to me at least, iconic baggage claim, and if you flew into Terminal C, you don't get that baggage claim. You get your own separate one. And then the one right up here is the outside of Terminal C. That looks like the outside of an actual airport, not just of a terminal. So Terminal C is this big, massively constructed new terminal that they built. It opened in 2017. Sorry, I got the date wrong. It started construction in 2017, and it opened in 2022, making it, for all intents and purposes, brand new. And this terminal has a lot of futuristic features like smart gates. It's a new and improved security scanning system that does just facial recognition. A lot of other airports have that, and even the A and B terminals have that, but it's still something futuristic that this has. And then they also have like facial recognition for scanning your tickets so that you just scan your boarding pass, and it's completely automated, and it can verify it's you before they let you on the plane, which is really kind of cool. So I want to get into my theory about what Orlando is planning to do with this new terminal. My theory is that eventually MCO is going to move all traffic into this terminal. And there's expansion coming to this terminal that will add an additional 24 gates, I believe. Terminal C has 15 gates now, but with the expansion, I believe they will have either 24 total or an additional 24. Either way, it's still a pretty big terminal, and there's even its own separate Disney store, own separate Universal store. And it's a lot more modern in the fact that all of the stores are behind security, so to shop at them, you have to be able to get through security. There's also talks of building a Terminal D, which if they build it at the same size and scale as this terminal, very well could replace Terminal B. And again, just to walk through some of the photos that I included up here, it's not even like this is a small new terminal. I mean, up here, can't see where my hand is. There we go. Up here, you have a absolutely massive art installation in the center of the lobby by the food court. And then a little bit farther down, you have a picture of the gates and what you see as you walk in. But it feels very much like it's still unfinished and opened, and it feels way too big for what they are using it for right now. There are only 3 or 4 airlines that are flying in and out of this terminal, and it feels so massive to only be used as that. It may be used as that for the next 10, 15 years, but my theory is that at some point, Orlando is going to switch a lot of the major traffic to be over to Terminal C. These are the sources that I used. And everything being said, Terminal C was this massive project that took 5 to 6 years to build and opened in September of 2022, I believe. And it has more gates coming with a potential other terminal to go with it. So what do you guys think of this new Terminal C? Do you guys have the same theories I do? Do you think they're just using it as an expansion? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys.